What is going on, guys? It's DeeO here with the return of DeeO Gaming and real life riding here on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking on another video of mine. So this is going to be some more strictly laps. This is actually at Jewell MX, located in Watkins, Colorado, a suburb of Denver. And all they did this day was rip the track. They didn't water. It had been planned though, so I already knew that going into it. But strictly laps did really well for the last few videos, the one at Aztec and the one at Thunder Valley. So I figured definitely need to have one at Watkins MX, even though this track isn't. I would say it's not on par with Aztec and absolutely not with Thunder Valley, but hey, it was still a fun track, and I assume you guys are curious to see it. So with these videos, sometimes I talk over them, sometimes I don't. On the last ones, I got mixed reviews. Some people said they loved me talking over it. A few people said to shut up and let it be raw, but I think for the most part, people like me talking over it, so definitely let me know in the comments, you guys. You know, I try and appeal to you, but pretty fun track. You know, it would be nice if it had some water. I like the layout. Some of the jumps were wonky. If you watched Day with DeeO, then you would know what I'm talking about. But they have really steep landings that have like knuckles before the landing. So there's one tabletop and one camelback. And right before the downward slope, there's actually a little bit of a bump. And then it's really steep down. So as you're trying to build up to clear it, when you get to that final point, it's very sketchy, and I actually cased the tabletop really hard. I have a video of that. If you missed it, definitely check out on my videos. But coming up here is actually the camelback that sketched me out. So I never hit this thing all day. You can see just pop over the top of it. But then the GoPro, of course, kills it, but that landing is super steep. So I just didn't sack up and hit it. I didn't want to get hurt, but at the same time, it was just me being a pansy, not hitting it, to be completely honest. So still a pretty fun track. If you look up Jewell MX, there's actually a video of Matt Lemoyne on the track. It's a little bit of a different layout, but essentially the same, just a few different corners. This jump was actually really easy, that step up, but it was so dry going up to it. This track definitely required you to be very, and this is the tabletop with the other sketchy landing. So after casing it, I no longer jumped it. I would just land like you saw there, pick up the front wheelie, and then put the front tire down over the end of the jump. It was the smoothest line without jumping it. But shoot, what was I saying right before that? I was talking about the track being dry and definitely requiring really light throttle inputs. You couldn't gas it too hard. You just kind of spin and slide, and it was really tricky. So if you hear the bike over my voice, you can tell like I'm not really pushing it too hard. It's more just kind of being careful, picking your lines, and not just completely hammering down, because it's not going to work out well for you on a dry track like this. So it was good practice, because a lot of the times us local guys, corner's really tight. I said this kind of dirt, or like how the track condition, that's what I'm trying to say, this kind of condition is how it ends up being a lot during our motos. So it's really good practice, but you know, at the same time, I'd rather ride somewhere that's watered and stuff. Of course you'd rather ride somewhere primo, but it is still great practice. Another thing, if you don't watch my videos or follow me on Twitter or whatever, I have been riding with a mouthguard. Check that. I only rode once with it so far, but from now on I'm going to be riding with a mouthguard. This is not a sponsor plug, but I got this Shock Doctor. I think it's like a G2 gel. I don't know. I'll link it in the description if you guys are interested. But I've always had a really bad habit about hanging my tongue out when concentrating. So like during basketball, I'll have some photos on the screen, but always hung my tongue out. If you watch my live streams when I start concentrating, I hang my tongue out. There's a loud truck outside. I wonder if you guys can hear that. So motocross, I know I do the same thing, even though you can't see it in pictures, of course, because of the helmet. But what I really don't want to do is have my tongue hanging out, case a jump, and bite off half my tongue. That sounds awful. So a friend of mine said he had the same problem and got a mouth guard, so I actually ended up picking up one. Watch this guy. He just pulled on the track in front of me on this Kawi. Hey, it gets a little interesting later. But so yeah, riding with a mouth guard. So when I talk in my helmet, you know, I kind of slur my speech or mumble or muffled or whatever you want to phrase it. But I also got a new helmet, which some observant watchers said, "Oh, I see you got a new helmet, DeeO." And it's like, yeah, I posted on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat, and I said in the video I got a new helmet. But good job, nice observational skills. So watch this. He goes around, I try and cut underneath him, and then I'm going to the next corner and he moves over, and like I understand there's only one line there, but he like moved over into the good line that I already had, and then we actually bump arms pretty hard there. So then I just pulled away from him so he couldn't retaliate or anything. But it's like, all right, so you're going to pull on the track in front of me, and then you're going to move over into where I already am, and we hit, whatever. Maybe it was partly my fault. I don't think so, but you really never do. Definitely want to head back up to this track, though, when they water it. They do an afternoon prep, so it was about 1:30 they re-prepped the track. I didn't ride after that. I was already moved on to the free ride area, and my GoPro had died and whatever. But they do re-prep, so once they actually water it, you can see there, I couldn't just tell as well on GoPro, but in real life, that front end was pushing, and I thought I was just going to kind of slide out there. It's so sketchy. It doesn't, video never does it justice, just how dry it is and how hard it is to hold your, I don't know about hold your line, but to stay up and not push the front end. So again, really good training. So this weekend coming up, it looks like I'm just going to head to Aztec Family Raceway, which you guys all know. I was going to say you all know and love, but I don't know how much of you really love it. But keep it close this week after going up to Thunder Valley 2 weeks ago, and then Jewell last week. That's a lot of gas for my truck and stuff. So keep it home, keep it close to home this week. And but the one thing we are going to change up, I'm going to ride on Saturday, and I'm planning on riding the YZ125. So have a 2-stroke Saturday, which I know you guys usually enjoy. And then, of course, I'll be able to have a video up on Sunday. So hopefully you can spend your Sunday watching that video. That's a cool wheelie down that. And hopefully be an awesome video for you guys. Do a whole day with DeeO with the 125, which, of course, I've done in the past. But I'm actually kind of contemplating on only bringing the 125, not even loading up my 450. We'll see when it gets closer, because I know I'll kind of get antsy and want to ride the 450, but if I don't even have it, so I have to ride the 125, that'll obviously force me to ride the 125, so I might do that too. We'll just have to see how it comes up later in the week. As you should know, I got my FXR gear back after having it lost in USPS, but hey, it's all good now. I would say it was 40% my fault, 60% their fault, what had happened, but hey, whatever. Got it back now. I'm saying way too much. I hate when I do that. I'm sorry. But got the jerseys back, so what I'm going to do now is actually give one to FAF Printing, FAF Printing, who's going to print my jersey number. Give them the black and white jersey this week so they can print that, and I'm going to wear the colorful jersey, and then once I get the black and white back, I'll send them the colorful one. That way I don't screw myself out of having my FXR gear yet again. I know it won't happen because I'm actually going to hand deliver it to one of his workers, one of his co-workers, employees, whatever you want to call it. But so I actually get it taken care of this time and get these jerseys printed up nice and sick. That's what's going on this week, though, you guys. I really hope you're looking forward to some 2-stroke Saturday on the YZ125. There's that nice wheelie off that end there. Should be a really good time. Aztec, they've been kind of changing the layout back and forth due to the snow melt. It kind of got some of the parts of the track super muddy, so they were changing the track around to work around that. So I don't even know what the track is going to be like. I kind of hope that big triple tabletop in the back thing, the step down thing, isn't there, because I've hit it on the 125, but I don't know, it's not really the most fun. But hey, this video is about to end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and as always, guys, until next time, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice, and I'll talk to you later.